Hello, welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by clicking that subscribe button and remembering the notification bell so you will be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. Hello again, my friends, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video. For this first wreath, I'm going to be using these items here from the Dollar Tree. I have this Christmas tree garland that I'm going to be using. I also have one of these unfinished wood signs with the jute cord hanging, and I have one of these wreath rings. Now this is the 14-inch wreath ring that the Dollar Tree sell. They do have one that's larger than this. I'm going to be actually using 3 rows of this decorative rope. I also have this row of berries that I'm going to be using, and I also am going to be using this little pick here that I got for 50 cents at Hobby Lobby. The first thing I'm going to do is cut that jute cord off, and I'm just going to paint this little sign using my white acrylic paint because I am going to print something using my Cricut Joy to place on here. So I'm just going to get this painted, set it to the side so it can dry, and then I'm going to start working on my wreath. Now that that's painted, I'm going to set that to the side, and what I'm going to do is start wrapping this garland around the top part of the wreath. Now all I have to do is just take the wire and bend it around the frame. I'm just starting where the little wired line is on the wreath, and that's like the guide for me. And so what I'm going to do is just continue to wrap it around until I get to the other side where the other little wired line is at, and that's going to be half of this wreath. For me, it will be. And once I get this completely wrapped halfway around, this is how it looks. Now it's pretty bushy, so what I'm going to do is just take my scissors and trim it down. After this wreath is complete, I really do like how this one turned out. So once I get it all trimmed down, this is how it looks for now. And now what I'm going to do is cover the remaining of this wreath using this decorative rope from the Dollar Tree. So to attach it, I'm just going to apply some hot glue, and I'm going to start in the back, press it down, and I'm just going to continue to wrap this all the way around. And so what I'm going to do is show you how I connect the rope when I continue on another row of rope. I'm just adding hot glue next to the previous piece of rope. I'm just going to cut the little plastic part off there. And then I'm just going to start on my next row, and I'm going to continue this step until the whole wreath remaining is covered. Once I get the bottom of the wreath completely covered, this is how it looks, already looking pretty cute. Now what I'm going to do is take that berry garland, and I'm going to wrap that around the top part where the Christmas tree garland is. I'm not going to cover any of the rope. I'm just going to go around the Christmas garland part. This is going to be a really simple wreath. Once I get that complete, I'm going to set this to the side and finish my little sign. Now what I'm going to do is take the words "Welcome to our home," and I'm just going to get some transfer tape and transfer that vinyl over to this little sign. And then once I get that all transferred over, I'm just lining it up how I want it to be, and then I'll go over it with my little tool, my little spatula tool, to make sure that everything is transferred over. Once that's complete, I'm going to take the little berry pick that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to break it apart and just add a few pieces right next to the W, and that way it'll cover up those holes that's on the side where the jute cord was at. And then once I get all of my little pieces tacked down with the hot glue, I am going to take this sign and I'm going to attach it right in the center of my wreath. And I am going to be using some E6000 and some hot glue for this part. And once I get that tacked down, hold it for a minute so that everything could connect. This wreath is complete. It's really simple, but I think it came out really nice. I absolutely love it. For my next wreath, I'm going to be using another one of those 14-inch wreath rings from the Dollar Tree. And I have this jute ribbon that I got from burlap fabric. It's a mess. And then I have this cute little leaded snow pick from Hobby Lobby for $2. And then these two picks here from the Dollar Tree. What I'm going to do is wrap this entire wreath using this ribbon. Now, I've had this for a while. Burlap fabric was nice enough to send it to me. I absolutely love it. It was a giant roll, but I have been using it on some projects. So what I'm going to do is just add some hot glue and connect it. And then what I'm going to do is just continue to wrap this entire wreath using this ribbon. And as you can see, I'm just going to continue this process until it's completely covered. Once I have it covered, I am just going to take some hot glue, tack it down in the back to secure the excess ribbon. Next, I'm going to take a piece of that little decorative rope from the previous DIY and some E6000 and hot glue to attach this so I can have the option to hang it. Now, I didn't do this on the first wreath because it still had access to the openings of the wreath due to the garland, but because this ribbon is covering it, I need to put something there to hang it. Now, I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. So as you can see, I did break that those two white holiday picks up, and I just hot glued them down to the wreath on one side. Now what I'm doing is taking this other pick from Hobby Lobby. I pulled the greenery pieces off, and I'm just going to blend those in with the previous picks. I am so sorry. I thought I was filming, but as you can see, I just hot glued those white eucalyptic picks around the side. And so now I'm just blending in some other leaves and pieces off of another Dollar Tree pick. And then what I'm going to do next is take that little let it snow sign and then just add it to the bottom, and that is it. This was really simple, but I think this is so cute. It's a neutral wreath for the holidays that can blend in with some existing decor if you had any other colors, and it will not clash. I think it is so cute. Now this next wreath is going to be more like a swag wreath, and I'm going to be using these picks here, all from the Dollar Tree. I have these two picks here that I got for $1.48 at Walmart, and this cute little ornament from Walmart for 98 cents. I am pulling the little clips off of those, but I'm going to save them. And I'm going to do what I usually do when I create my no fuss, no mess swags. I'm just going to place each style of these picks on each end, and then I'm going to take some jute cord and I'm going to wrap it around in the center so that I can connect these all together. Now I love doing this because if I want to switch it up, I haven't cut the stems, I can always take this swag apart, and plus it's just an easy no fuss way to create something really beautiful. So what I'm going to do is continue wrapping this jute cord around the center until I feel like everything is nice and secured. Now what I'm going to do is cut off the excess and tack it down with some hot glue. I'm going to take that ornament, I think that one is so pretty, and I'm just going to hot glue it down by the little jute cord that's on there. And then I'm going to take that last pick from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to break this apart, and that's what I'm going to use to fill in the gap over the jute cord and cover up the jute cord from the little ornament to give it extra security. And I'm just pulling off pieces and just filling in where I see gaps, and I'm going to continue doing that until I use that whole little Dollar Tree pick. And after I get that complete, you can hang this on a nail or a hook, and I think it just came out so pretty. I absolutely love it. And for this next wreath, this one's going to be really simple. I have these bamboo wreaths here from the Dollar Tree, and it's like 2 of them stuck together by jute cord. I have one of these picks here from Hobby Lobby, and these were 99¢, and this ribbon here from Walmart. What I'm going to do is wrap that ribbon around both of these wreaths. I just kept them together. It just looked better, it's more thicker. And so I'm just going to hot glue down that ribbon, and I'm just going to wrap it around, leaving space in between the ribbon and kind of wrapping it on a slant. And I'm just going to continue doing this all the way around. And then when I get to the other side, what I'm going to do is just take some hot glue, tack it down, and then cut off the excess. Once I get that complete, I'm going to take one of those picks from the Dollar Tree. I had all of the picks out just in case I needed pieces from the other ones, but one did it. I'm just going to pull the pieces apart, and I'm just going to start hot gluing it down on just one spot of this wreath. This wreath is going to be very simple, but I just wanted it to have like a little bit touch of Christmas to it, not overwhelming it. After I get all of those little pieces tacked down using some hot glue, this is going to be it for this wreath. And I only used one of the picks from Hobby Lobby, and so what I'm going to do is just add those little berries and a couple of little bit more pieces off of that pick, and that will be it. This was really simple, but I think it's cute, and I think it'll blend in and mix up with some other decor pieces to give a nice little holiday look. I do really like how this turned out. So cute. And so now for the next 2 wreath rings, I'm going to be using this 2-pack of 8-inch wreath rings from the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using one of these Dollar Tree holiday picks. I have this garland that I pick up from Hobby Lobby, which is my favorite. The regular price is $3.99, but I get it 50% off for $1.99, and some more of that red and white ribbon from Walmart. What I'm going to do is take this garland, and I'm just going to wrap it around this wreath ring until it's completely covered. I'm going to end up cutting it and wrapping it in sections because the row is so big. It's hard to go through the wreath ring. This is one of my favorite garlands that I get from Hobby Lobby. I love it. You do not have to trim it, and it has a nice high-end look. So I'm not going to add too much decor to this because I absolutely do love how neat this garland looks. And so this first wreath took just about all of that row of garland, and so I do have a couple of more rows, so I am going to use the remaining that I have left from this row, and then I'm going to get another row of garland to complete the second one. I'm just going to take my wire cutters to clip that off, And then I'm going to start working on the second wreath ring. Once I get both of these wreath rings completely covered, then I'm going to embellish them just a little bit with that holiday pick from the Dollar Tree. This is how they look. And so I am going to pull off berries and 3 of these leaves to add to each one. And I'm just going to use some hot glue to tack them down. When I finish, you're going to see that I did add a few more items to here. So what I did was I took some of my pine cone fillers and I dabbed a little white acrylic paint on them. And then I created a little bow out of that white and red ribbon to add to them as well, because once I finished them I felt like they was missing just a little bit something. I didn't want to overdo it with these, and so now what I'm going to do is just cut off the ribbon and hot glue it to the top to add that so that we can hang them and just give it a little bit more character. And as you can see, I thought I was done when I did that. So after I added both of the ribbons, after I hung them, I decided to add the little pine cones and the little extra bows. But these are how they look after I completed them. I thought they were so cute. But here's how they look when I added the 2 little frosted pine cones and the little bow. I think they came out really cute. I like these because you can blend these in with some other decor. I just think they are so adorable. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And here is another look of the other wreaths that I created today. Also, in the description box below, I'm going to add the link to my website, Lovely Moments Creating. Until next time, my friends. Stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.